Before we move on, I just want to talk about this for a second. The reason I think it's important that we have a vision, I think it's why the Lord puts this in the Bible, right? Like he puts the end goal in the Bible for several reasons. And we need to take time to meditate on it and think on it and pull out applications from it for several reasons. The vision of where this is going matters because it does three things in us. First, a vision enlists our hearts, right? And I can say this in a way that isn't so holy and godly, right? If you have a vision of a cush life full of comforts and pleasures and what you would call worldly accolades and success, what does that do? It actually enlists your affections to long for that and want that. It's why marketers are really good at what they do. They know that you and I work by a picture of what we think is going to make us happy down the road, right? So they present it to you, and they are trying all the time to enlist your affections, enlist my affections in what we think, if I just had that thing, I'm going to be way happier. I'm going to be way better off. My life will be more full and whole and satisfied. And so they show us a picture of the good life or what fulfillment might look like in order to get our hearts. This is actually how God designed you. It's how he designed us, is that a picture of where things are going actually awakens affections in us and orients us toward that. So the first thing it does is it enlists your heart. But the second thing it does is it restrains your labors. A vision actually constrains you, right? It tells you what you can and can't do, right? If you want that car because it's going to be the thing that makes you happy, right? You can't spend all your money on other stuff. You got to restrain your desires and your appetites in order to go after the thing. Jesus knows this about us, and so he gives us this picture in order to constrain us in this world, going, hey, if I want to live for the day when that picture is going to come to pass, I cannot do these things, and I have to run after these things. It restrains us. It constrains us toward certain ways of living. But lastly, a good vision encourages you along the way. Have you ever thought about that? Right? Your vision, your picture, in as much as you keep coming back to it, makes the pain of constraint worth it. Right? When you're constraining, that's not fun. Nobody likes to constrain themselves. We all want to do whatever we want whenever we want to. When we constrain, when I practice restraint over time, that gets really hard. It requires endurance and patience as I walk through that toward the goal. And the goal, if I continue to let it, actually gives me great courage along the way. It keeps me on the path. It helps me to walk out with patient endurance as we go this way.